In episode 4 of Phase 2 of Red Sky City's Cyberpunk conspiracy, the team recovered from their battle against the Red Chrome Legion at the Mendrone family compound. They found a mysterious clue sent from an insider at Continental Brands. It was an encrypted data chip sent to Oro along with a mysterious message. It came from a part of Oro's life when he was criticizing Continental Brands for their relentless war on local businesses and their mission to destroy small stores and monopolize food markets. Someone on the inside sympathized with Oro's message and sent the late great social media influencer a little piece of information to help out. Unfortunately, it was heavily encrypted, so they would need more time to research it and figure out its secrets. Jim Fingers escorted an incredibly injured Jerax back to the bunker, stuffed him in a cryotube, and miraculously set it for only a couple of days instead of freezing him for 10 years. He then started tracking down the Arasaka employees they'd found in cryostasis down here in the bunker. With the global internet gone, running a facial recognition scan was easier said than done, but thanks to his network of contacts, including Mr. Kernigan, who used to work in Night City's shipping centers, Jim managed to trace those employees to Hitachi Shipping, a company that was owned by Hanako Arasaka, heir of Saburo Arasaka. Her symbol, the green pheasant, was found on the toe tags of those employees in their cryotubes. He also linked them to a mysterious ship, the whereabouts of which are still currently unknown. Natalie started her new job at Network 54. Todd introduced her to the rest of the office, and as part of her employee orientation, they encouraged her to come up with a pitch for a show of her own that would air on their channels. Natalie immediately came up with this wild idea about a spunky middle management mailroom person who slowly climbs the corporate ladder, clearly inspired by who knows what, of course. She was also assigned a company issue bodyguard, Jonah, an ambitious, incredibly muscled, but somewhat easily confused bodyguard in an armored suit. His first job was going to be a doozy. He had to protect Natalie Smith during a heist. You may recall that our team got an ice cream truck for their operation at the Bozo's base earlier on. They had to call in a favor to get that, and now that favor has come due. They have to ambush an armored truck as it passes through the desert on its way to a heavily fortified mountain compound. There will be one point during its travel when it will be between nomad territories, and that's when it's vulnerable to strike. They were warned that the contents of the armored truck are highly valuable and highly fragile. The truck also had a radio transmitter, which they had to deal with, otherwise they'd be tracked back to the safe house where they were to deliver their cargo. The team set up a plan after Jerax came out of his cryotube, and things went off the rails pretty much immediately. As soon as they got out there to the desert to lie in wait, they discovered that the armored truck had a motorcycle escort and was pretty heavily armed. One thing led to another. Rocket launchers were fired, mono katanas sliced through things, grapple guns were used to jump onto the roofs of moving vehicles, drive-by shootings ensued. It was a chaotic mess. But in the end, our heroes prevailed despite the complete fall-through of their original plan. As they explored the back of the armored truck during the fight, they stepped on something soft and crunchy and squishy at the same time. Something with a curious, pungent smell. A sense of horror ran through them, and when they lifted the tarp to find what lay within the refrigerated truck, they discovered they'd just stolen cheese. Almost a ton of cheese. Parmesan Reggiano cheese, worth, in this era of kelp-derived semi-foods, 25,000 eddies. And all the great cheese heist was a success, and with the slice of this cheddar, they earned themselves 5,000 to fund their future efforts. Now our edge runners actually have a chance to take a breath, live their lives for a little bit, and plan their next moves against the Cyberpunk conspiracy.